Okay, T5 lovers, I had a slight problem the other day with my blowers going at whatever speed they wanted to, and then sometimes not running and generally being rubbish. And I needed to fix the problem, so priced up a new motor with housing, 200 odd pound for one, bit expensive. So I looked into it a bit, asked a few questions, and it seems that you can buy a left-hand drive fan motor unit for about, I paid about £70 for this one, from Germany, and it appears to be exactly the same other than the opposite hand. And it appears that we could just swap the motor and the fan over into my housing, and it will fit with a new motor then. And I believe we need to change the polarity on the motor, which looks like we can just flip the plug over. But anyway, we'll look into this now. Okay, right, we've took the panels off the passenger side of the vehicle, and under in the footwell, this is where your motor sort of lives, under here. Maybe half a dozen screws hold it in. I'm hoping now this will just wiggle out. Right, that's it. So the motor's out, there's your plug, undo that, and the housing. So we'll go and have a look at swapping the motors over. Okay, on first inspection, the vanes on the fans blades facing the other way, so this is obviously to do with flipping the polarity, makes it turn the other way. So that sounds like that's issue solved. The housing, if you look over the top, sort of maybe facing a bit to the left, and maybe this one a bit to the right, so they look like they are just one-handed, the other-handed. On the back, there's 4 mounting points on mine, and then if we look at the new one, again, there's 4 mounting points for the motor. So I'm hoping we can just flip this motor out and put it in my housing, and should be good. Okay, got the motor out, old motors out, and they're just held in with these 4 little rubber tangs. You just have to push them in with a screwdriver, where they clip in to these holes in there. So looking at the 2 housings, this is the left-hand drive one here, the left-hand drive one here. As you can see, 4 mounting points and the plug on the bottom right-hand side. This is my UK one. Still 4 mounting holes, which is great, and the plug is on the right hand side, so everything should go in. There is a hole in the back of mine. I drilled that for some other reason, but I'm not even going there. But yours won't have a hole in, it'll look like this in the back. And then this is the new motor with all the little rubber bushes on, ready to go into the housing. And the plug, you just slide a screwdriver down the side. If you look, there's like a, trying to get it in focus, a little clip. So if you push something in from the terminal end downwards, the clip will push in, and then it'll slide out. Right, I'll just put it in now. Okay. It was a bit tight going in, not really tight but stiff. Just put a bit of WD-40 on the rubbers, and it helped them a lot just sliding in. I just needed to get like a long thin screwdriver like this one here, and just push them into the clips from this end, but they went in pretty easy, there were no trouble. And then the plug just goes in to the housing again, push it in, and you maybe hear it click, I didn't, but it seems to be in. And then obviously just check that she spins freely. It does seem to be a slight issue with clearance on the wires down the back here, so The wires are clipped to the motor, so just make sure that you're not getting anything catching. It spins freely. So now it's pop it back in and hope for the best. Okay, got the motor in, 5 screws, 6 screws, whatever. The power connector, I've just filed the little one-way tangs off it and flipped it over so it just pushes in the other way. Not filed them off completely, so if you ever did buy an original motor you could still put it back in how it should be. And we're blowing. Loads of air coming out of here. Sounds sweet. Job fixed. Saved about 130, 140 quid. Okay, bye for now.